Goosebumps
And
or
then
something.
here we are inside Mark's Mind podcast.
Talking about spiders.
Like Goosebumps. Those are the best books in the world.
You know,
and movies.
And
Animorphs.
Animorphs.
okay, those are the best book covers. Those, I don't think I ever actually read one. I think I just got him to
Just
look
the
at the
book.
covers.
No, I just looked at the cover. I'm like, that.
100%. I know this guy turns into a horse. I don't need to read till the end of this.
This girl turns into a peacock. It's like, oh, that's sick. What are you going to do now?
What else
flare
can you
your
do?
flare your feathers? And
My best friend wants to be a jockey. How can I help her? Oh, I'll turn into a horse and be her horse.
Was that a horse? That was like a cat, actually.
oh my gosh.
I also really love the books, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yeah, I like the illustrations in those books.
I really like Nickelodeon slime. Getting slimed.
That's it. That's the statement you're going to make.
Yeah, that's really what I want to get at. You know,
We just really
Splash Zone.
got to know you really well.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Speaking of
I hate
which,
that show.
I heard,
What?
Controversial opinion, I know.
speaking of which, I heard the Nickelodeon slime is like the worst smell on the planet.
It probably is.
I heard
got-
like in the studio, like it
Ew.
was disgusting to clean up.
As a kid, I got like I know slime's like cool now for kids, but when I was little, I got Gak. Do you
I
remember
remember
Gak
Gak.
from
I
like
do.
Nickelodeon?
Just
And I
like
got
hit
it.
clips.
Yeah, and oh my God, hit clips.
30 seconds a song for 99 cents.
But I
We're
got,
dancing, by the way.
yeah, we're doing the robot. I got Gak stuck in my hair as a kid, like to the point where I was like crying on the table. My mom's like trying to comb it out, and it was like traumatizing. And I just remember at that exact moment, at like 7 years old, I was like, I will never go on Nickelodeon.
And then you murdered
Ever.
3 Jane Does.
And then I murdered 3 Jane Does. Here we are.
There we go.
The cops are coming. Oh no. Who tipped him off?
I don't know why, but that just made me think of like Easy Bake Oven.
Dude, I had an Easy Bake Oven, but then my mom refused to buy me more.
Please don't tell me that's a segment to our next thing.
No. Just think about it. At this time when we were young kids, we had all the crazy serial killers going on.
No, we didn't. Well, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
We were 90s babies, so we had like Richard Ramirez.
I just think it's harder to serial kill nowadays.
I think the serial killers we're going to find
Just
are like
think
the
about
truckers.
it. I'm sure. I'm sure there's things that you don't even hear about
100%.
that are, serial killer related, but I think that it's just, based on when you hear stories about serial killers in the past, they didn't, like she was saying, they got away with it because the counties wouldn't talk to each other.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever have another like Ted Bundy, right?
For sure.
Or
For
because
sure.
he like went from Colorado to Washington to Utah to Florida and killed people around everywhere.
Yeah, because as soon as they start putting pieces together now with like the technology that we have, it's over before it starts.
True.
I mean, single person murder sometimes, or they find the person within the first 48 hours is what they need to do.
Yeah.
And
true.
they do a lot of times.
Yeah. And I mean, there is that thing too of like, the less dead is what they're called. And they're victims who, are murdered that either don't have family or unfortunately like aren't high priority for law enforcement. And these are the victims that I'm sure there still are, and they're the ones being murdered. Because I don't know, did you guys hear about that case of those kids in like Washington or Oregon that found that suitcase of a dead body?
When was
It
this?
was like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Really?
So what is the app called?
Randonauts?
Randonauts. Yeah. So basically this app will give you an adventure, quote unquote. So
It gives you, like,
to
coordinates, right?
Yeah. You go to the coordinates and, it could be rabbits. It could be a dead body.
It was a dead body this one time.
Yeah, so
beach.
it's like that hiking, that one.
Which is in my head, I'm thinking like there's kids on this app. They were what? They weren't
They
even
were kids.
adults.
They were kids.
They were on the beach.
They made a
next to a
TikTok about
suitcase
it.
that had a body in it, which
What the
tells me
heck?
personally that the person that did that was probably watching them.
Oh, 100%.
That
And
is
it's
creepy.
Yeah.
Ew.
They like went up to the
Yeah.
suitcase and were like, this is so funny. We're like, because they were filming it for a TikTok.
Exactly, yeah.
And then they're like, oh, this smells
Which is-
funny. And they opened it and it was a garbage bag full of body parts.
Which is another
My
thing that's
gosh.
ridiculous about society is everybody has to do something for the snap or for
Yeah. I did not hear
Yeah,
about
they got
this. That
themselves
is-
into a murder situation. Yeah.
So they think
It's
that
definitely
it
body
might
parts.
be like a victim of a larger serial killer on the Northwest coast, just based on like where how the body was, what's the word, thrown out or,
It
gotten rid
probably
of.
floated on the ocean.
Yeah, it's creepy. Like, and those things are happening, but like I said, like you hadn't heard about it, but like there's hundreds and hundreds of cases like this that I'm sure are connected, but like, there's just the media, the 24-hour news cycle makes it hard. Right.
For sure.
Right. Dang. Yeah, I've heard of like a guy, I think it was in Utah. He killed his wife and put her in a bed and then took it to the dump.
And they found it?
They found it. I mean, he was caught pretty quick.
Dang.
Yeah.
But like that one was kind of weird. But I'm surprised you haven't said I would be like Patrick Kearney, because Patrick Kearney was 5'5". And
I
apparently
actually haven't heard of Patrick Kearney.
Really?
No.
So I was reading up on him. I'm like surprised. We stumped Daphne.
Right.
Patrick-
I never, first of all, for legal reasons, I am not an expert by any means.
For legal reasons.
It's a hobby.
If you're listening to this,
If you're listening to this, I'm not an actual expert. I'm not an expert by any means. It's just a hobby I have where...
She's just wishing there was a college that would give her a degree for that.
No, honestly, the hours
And
I've
then
put
she'll be
into
like,
this.
I'm actually a professional.
I'm a professional serial killer, studier, person,
No,
apologist.
you didn't bring your coloring book. You didn't wear your Ted Bundy shirt. What happened?
I have all that stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
I brought my trading cards. But the thing is, I didn't want to come off.
Please get these training cards out.
Actually, shout out to Jeffy Boy. He got them for me for Christmas.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is right.
No, his shout-outs are redacted.
Oh, my heck.
Stop saying his name. No, I'm just kidding.
Jeff, we don't care about you.
But thanks for the cards.
Jeff, we don't love you. We like you.
It's actually like a
Better
card
said.
game that I've played a couple times. But it basically goes over... it's like Pokemon cards for serial killers, So we have, H.H. Holmes. Everyone's heard of him. The Green River Killer, BTK. We talked about him a
BTK.
little bit. The Milwaukee Monster, a.k.a. Jeffrey Dahmer. Talked
Is
about
that
him.
Burger the King?
The Trash Bag Killer. What? Oh,
Burger the King.
I'm...
They'll nickname me Monster Mark.
Surprised you haven't told me you hated me yet. I was expecting
I'm
more
trying
on
not
this
to say
podcast.
that anymore because...
There's no hate on this
Speaking of
podcast.
serial killers, how are you guys doing?
Thank you for asking. Finally,
I'm doing
somebody's
great.
asked me.
I've
Doing great.
I've
Okay.
been preparing that joke for like a week, so.
That was a great joke.
I wish you hadn't said you'd been preparing that for a week.
I know. Did you say you hated me yet?
No,
Okay.
I'm trying not to say that anymore. And you
That's
haven't
why-
said anything that made
That's
me
why I
want to
said that
hate
joke.
you.
Not yet. That joke kind of, you dislike me now.
Well, I'm not going to say dislike. I've built up a tolerance over the time. We used to see Miles on a daily.
Fair enough.
Let me see these. Let's see.
Yeah, there's a lot in there. And there's some that I haven't heard of, because it's interesting. Like, you think that America is like home of the serial killer, which like we are so good at creating serial killers. That is one thing you should be proud of as an American, as we create the coolest serial killers.
Oh, these aren't just like, are these all in America? Or
No,
are these, like,
they're all over
global?
the world. So
America, land of the sociopaths.
literally though. But like the
Sheesh.
interesting thing about that card pack is that there's murderers that I hadn't heard of because they're international, right? And they have high body counts, but like we don't hear about them in America.
Yeah.
So it's not all over the news.
Do you know who the gorilla killer is?
I don't.
Earl Nielsen.
Good old Earl. Was he the gorilla killer because he like beat his victims?
Is it
Age,
guerrilla warfare or like gorilla the animal?
I don't know.
Animal. Like,
Yeah.
I think I know
Gorilla
what
the
you're talking
animal.
about.
Sorry. I don't know why he's named that, but at age 28 when he got his first kill. Years undiscovered, 3. Number of victims, 22 plus.
That's the thing too, is like serial killers won't always
Be honest.
confess to, but sometimes they over confess, right? Like they'll be like, I have like 1,000 victims, when in reality they don't. It's just like an ego thing.
Yeah, they just got to get
But there's also serial killers that will take credit for other serial killers' work.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching, the most recent Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix talks about a girl that was just what's the word? Just vanished out of her salon that she was running. She just vanished. Yeah. There was like a 13-minute period that she just vanished, and they didn't find her for like 6 years.
Where did
but
they end up
anyways,
finding
there was 2 different serial killers that claimed that they did.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix. That
I haven't
I
seen
know.
it.
It's
That
actually,
stuff's good.
I was reading it actually turned up some leads on
Really?
3 of
Did
the
it?
cases. Yeah.
wow,
They already
that's
have some,
awesome.
yeah.
Is it still on there? 'Cause
Oh, yeah, it came out like a
need to
week
see
ago.
it. I need to
good.
see it.
There's only like 7 episodes, 7 episodes, but it's good. And
It's pretty good, yeah.
I mean, those
There's
are
a
the
few
kinds
of them
of
you're like, what? Like
Yeah.
the guy that fell off the building? Well, committed suicide, quote unquote, and he was way too far away from 100%. The building.
And his phone and
had
glasses
to jump
didn't
like 15
break.
feet, and his phone didn't break. His
it's like the case of Ray something or other.
But also, he has a very rich.
So he
has a very
he
rich,
jumped off a building.
Best friend.
Quote unquote jumped off a building. It looks like somebody threw him
suicide.
off the building.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But even like throwing him, that was far.
Yeah.
And the hole that he fell through was tiny.
I just punched the microphone.
There's a microphone right there.
I am so sorry. I got so excited. I was just punching the air. I love true crime.
R.I.P. headphone users.
R.I.P. I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh. Are there what? So there's so he got thrown off. The serial killer is saying he.
No. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But so explain it. I'm kind of confused. Like
so,
the serial killer said he just.
Oh no, this is a different story.
Okay.
The suicide one's different from the girl in the salon. This girl was just cutting hair. She took an appointment call, and then 13 minutes later, she vanished for 6 years.
And they still don't know what happened to her. And
they found her remains.
But they found her.
Yeah, there was 2 serial killers that claimed that they went to a salon in Georgia, whatever city it was, and they were the ones who did it.
Yeah.
Which maybe they did it together. Who knows?
I think it was the husband.
Right?
Because he freaking would cuddle with her ashes.
Yeah, he did very weird stuff.
Ew.
Yeah.
But also, her son hates him, and
I would hate him too,
and thinks that it was him that did it.
Yeah, his mom died, and then the next day, his stepdad kicked him out of the house at 14.
Yeah.
You know what is I'm surprised who didn't get killed. Of course, after she showed back up is Elizabeth Smart.
Oh my gosh, Brian David Mitchell.
That's just
that's a wild
that is a
story.
strange. That's
story.
not did he kill anybody? Is there any record of him killing anybody, or is he just obsessed with
I don't think so.
I don't know if this is the right way to say it, but I think he just got greedy. I think
Really?
that he enjoyed the fact that he had control over her.
She was only gone for 9 months.
Well, that's what a lot of these serial killers like to do is have that control. So they get them.
It's a control thing.
That whole control thing. Because if you I was looking at all of them and I just realized I'm okay, all these serial killers. I didn't think about it till now. They're all guys.
Yeah.
And they're all killing females.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
it's usually a control or a sex thing.
Is there a female serial killer?
Yeah, Miss Eileen Morenos. There's a handful, but Miss Eileen Morenos from Florida, she's the most famous.
The girl from Holes isn't real?
Kissing Kate Barlow.
What
does it say? What is it? Oh,
digging up them holes.
I'd let her kiss me. Let's be honest. Kissing Kate Barlow is hot.
Kissing Kate Barlow.
Yeah. And what's the name of the guy who says? What does he say?
Which guy?
Is it her boyfriend
or the hot guy that goes "As you wish" or whatever?
Oh yeah, his.
Oh, the husband?
Her husband.
Yeah.
Quote unquote. Because I don't think they ever get married, or maybe they do.
Because interracial marriage wasn't a thing. I don't remember. But anyways, we stand Kissing Kate Barlow in this house. She wasn't a serial killer. Maybe. I don't know.
It's funny.
We love her.
You still haven't answered the question. Who is your favorite?
I did. Oh, well, I kind of did. I said Ed Gein, but he's technically maybe not a serial killer. If it's not Ed Gein, it's probably Richard Chase, and I kind of talked about him a little bit.
What did he do?
The Vampire of Sacramento.
Oh, he's the vampire dude.
Sacramento. Yeah, he was this guy in the 70s that he had a lot of mental issues. They think he had schizophrenia, things like that. And this is a common theme with serial killers, but what is it? Male incontinence? Competence? It's when you can't get a boner.
I think me and Mark know about that.
Definitely. But he thought that...
Not personally. But we've heard of it.
Rumor has it that's real.
How'd you guys know I went to the doctor there?
That's a common thing with these serial killers is they can't get a boner unless they murdered somebody.
Walk in?
I did not know that. What's that?
Did Daphne watch us walk in?
Speaking of serial killers. But that's definitely a theme across a lot of
murders. I did not know that.
Oh, 100%. It has a lot to do. And that's what, a lot of these murderers just can't get sexual satisfaction unless they kill a girl, kill anyone. Or they realize this because they get rough with someone, or like John Wayne Gacy, he killed his first victim on accident, basically, as he saw his lover with a knife who was just making him breakfast, and he thought he was going to kill him. So he wrestled him to the ground and he stabbed him, and he didn't realize, but he had
He enjoyed it.
He enjoyed it, basically.
That is freaking weird.
Yeah.
I did not know this.
Mm-hmm. And that's what Richard Chasel's thing was.
But it's also kind of like any other weird fetish people have. Is like you think about, when people start looking at porn, it's probably very normal.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of these
I don't know
people
what
at the
normal
time
would be, but